the visiting Utah Jazz. At small forward, Rex O'Neal. At the other forward position, Bojan Bogdanovic. At point guard, Mike Conley. At center, Rudy Gobert. At the other guard position, Donovan Mitchell. The head coach of the visiting team is Quinn Snyder. Let's meet the starting five for your Orlando Magic. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 4, Jalen Suggs. At forward, 6'6", number 3, Chuma Okeke. At small forward, 6'6", number 31, Darius Ross. At guard, 6'2", number 50, Cole Anthony. At center, 6'10", number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. The head coach of your home team, your Orlando Magic.
Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Well, Cole Anthony has made a name for himself when it comes to hitting cold-blooded game winners. He said, I do this, man. I was bred for this. I'm not the type to go high. I live for these ending moments in games. Crunch time, that's my time, guys.
Just like his dad right next to me. David, thank you very much. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. And take a look at the Magic. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, is so tough.
Man, and looking at the Magic, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovic, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. And for the Magic, we've got Suggs, also Anthony out there. Terrence Ross is out there with Carter, and it's Okeke in at the 4. What's the most important thing, Clark, a player has to focus on when it's this early in the season?
Well, I think one is making sure you're in really good shape, and then getting comfortable with your teammates is another element, and getting your chemistry and timing. Those are probably the most important things. Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
Mitchell gets to Conley. Here's the 2 drop, and the layup is up and in.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Passes it to Suggs. And here is Ross. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Bogdanovic. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First team foul.
Just a floor spacer now. Bogdanovich getting inside there.
The Jazz shoot their first free throws of the game right now.
2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he's good on the second.
And, you know, Bojan Bogdanović, not an elite athlete by NBA standards, but he's a live weapon because he can really shoot the ball and put it on the floor.
Now, here's Suggs. Now, Ross. He dishes it to Suggs. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. Rebounded by the Jazz. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the
Donovan
floor.
Mitchell.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And so here's Orlando. After the basket by Utah, here's Anthony. Gobert with the defensive effort.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And they call him Spider because of that long wingspan, 6'10" at present, but standing 6'1". Mitchell needs that to compete defensively at that shooting guard position.
The Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Ross. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Ross has got his second basket of the night.
When it comes to driving the ball inside, Ross is awesome. Remarkably quick and athletic, knifes his way to the rim with ease.
Now, here's Mitchell with 37 points last game out. Carter pulls it in, and we know what Mitchell can do offensively. But, Greg, how do you evaluate his defensive game?
And Kevin, without question, there's room for improvement. I'd say he's probably below average, but he has the tools that if he tightens up that part of his game, look out. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Carter. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Suggs with the ball, covered by Mitchell, and it's Suggs missing. Conley feeling it out inside. Gobert, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket with the layup.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Now here's Anthony. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Okeke. Over Bogdanovich. Trying to get open as Carter. Once again off the mark, Orlando. O'Neal against Ross. Conley with it. His last outing, he had 18 points.
2 minutes.
And slammed the jump by Gobert.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here's Suggs. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
The Magic made a switch here. Wamba's checked in. Switcher also for Utah. Joe Ingles is checked in for O'Neal.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Looking now at some numbers for Wendell Carter.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Now, here's Bamba. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Jazz leading by 7. Right side, Conley. Bucket is good.
And this is Conley's game. Just terrific with that mid-range. The D has to be much more concerned.
Pass to Ross. Kicks it to Suggs. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Okeke passes to Anthony. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by the Jazz. Outside Conley. 2 points. That one goes. Conley's got 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Ross. Taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Stolen by Mitchell. Floats one. Second chance shot. No good on the layup. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Jazz lead by 11. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
At the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball and be.
Mitchell is well wide. Has a humility about him, Greg, despite his all-star status.
Hasn't let the endorsements or signature shoe deal go to his head. This guy sees the bigger picture.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Joe Ingles is out there with Eric Paschall. Then it's Conley. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Ingles. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Conley, the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
Here's Anthony. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
Clarkson finds Ingles. That shot off the mark. The Magic go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, I really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team not so much.
Now let's go to the sideline to catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Utah Jazz last season was elite at both ends of the floor. Sixth Man of the Year winner Jordan Clarkson says, 3 things we've been doing well are playing fast, sharing the basketball, and defense. We're playing a fun style of basketball and just keep wrapping up the wins. Guys?
They are fun to watch and a handful. D.A. thanks.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Lopez, and Lopez puts it down.
At 7 feet tall, dunking is very easy for Lopez. Once he's this deep, the defense is in trouble.
Now here is Conley. He has 6. Can't hit from in close.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Hampton dishes to Anthony. Pass to Wagner. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession.
Had a chance to check out stats for Gobert. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 14 points a game last year, 13 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And the intimidation factor that he possesses with his shot blocking and rim presence, really the backbone of their defense.
Yeah, you know, he's protecting the rim like it's his family. I mean, don't even think about going in there.
Here's Clarkson. And Gobert gets to Conley. Left side, Clarkson. Knocks it loose. And it's Anthony with the ball for Orlando. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Some solid defense from Clarkson. Well, one of us here knows Cole Anthony quite well. The guy to my side here, Greg, is Dan. Care to share with us a story about your son playing hoops growing up?
Well, I tell you one thing, he's always had that belief, that inner belief in himself and his abilities. That's something that started early on in his life. Honestly, that's when I knew he had a chance to be a really good player.
Conley against Anthony. Trying to end the drought. The shot's good from Pascal. And the Jazz lead by 9.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your 407.
Some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Terrence Ross comes in for Wagner. And it's Suggs in for Hinton. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. Anthony's shot is off.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul in the game. Whiteside's checked in for the Jazz.
Hassan Whiteside.
The Magic trail by 9. Now, here's Suggs. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the right side. Outside Anthony. Magic moving the ball around. Carter, the pass to Ross. Back to Carter. Over Whiteside. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
Anthony's shot is off.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Ingles finds Bogdanovich. Here's Whiteside. Carter pulls it in. Here's Anthony. Dishes it to Suggs. A free ball. That one misses. And so it's Utah up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, with Rudy Gobert a mainstay for your team, what is he giving you?
Well, he's been so consistent. His offensive rebounding, just keeping plays alive, and a little bit of everything. He's playing well.
And that means good thing for your squad, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Down to there has been extra, bring the same energy to the second half.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Orlando. Obviously, that was UGLY. It's ugly. Shooting under 30% from the field, disorganized, chucking up bad shots. Man, I tell you, they have to adjust their play, and they got to get better looks.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they got to do a better job boxing out.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. They got Terrence Ross. Suggs out there with Anthony. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Okeke in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Gobert. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Wendell Carter Jr., not the biggest center, Greg, listed at 6'10". That buzzer force would have him pegged at 6'9".
And Carter Jr. plays like a 7-footer. Got that 7-foot wingspan and great head on his shoulders that levels the playing field with his height.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Trying to the hoop. And then Mitchell with the double.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. Down by 12. Pass it to Suggs. Carter up top. And here is Suggs. No points in the game yet for him. That one goes in. Jazz leading by 10. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Conley against Anthony. Conley's shot is off. Stolen by Michael Conley. He kicks it to O'Neal. The pass to Mitchell. Now here's Gobert. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Anthony. He winds up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by Michael Conley. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by O'Neal.
Assist goes to
Mitchell's got 9.
Royce O'Neal.
There's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Pass to Suggs. Another miss by Orlando. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Conley. There's the drive. And good that time. 8 points for him.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Carter Jr. plays with an impressive physicality. I think it's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
Orlando shooting that first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
Taking 2
Here's a
shots.
team really just in the middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And he makes the first.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Wagner comes in for Ross. And Hampton subbed in for Cole Anthony. Utah also making some changes. Eric Paschal, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Clarkson outside. Back to Mitchell. Clarkson right side. Over Hampton. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baiting him into it.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he needs for the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the foundation. And Kevin, the way they win games, that's saying something.
He is a Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. Phenomenal play. Thanks, DA.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Clarkson picks to O'Neal. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And with the ball in his hands, Mitchell attracts attention, then breaks down the defense with the pass.
Suggs with the ball. He's picked up by
2
O'Neal.
minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Passes it to Wagner. That one falls. Coming off Carter's feet.
Easy look provided by Wendell Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can share the rock.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. And there's the drive.
Donovan Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now Hampton. Pocket 6 to the left wing. Here's Suggs. A shot, no good. And Utah the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. And it's sent back by Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr. at 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there. Impressive.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And the pass to Clarkson. Fires the 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
He's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
17 seconds left in the third. Suggs with the drains the three-pointer.
3 for
Suggs has got 5. Mitchell outside. There's the three. Misses there. And so it's Utah in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for Utah. Into the small and power forward, it's Ingles and Bogdanovich. Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. And it's Whiteside in at the center. Now, here's Mitchell. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
And a moment now, look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Utah.
You know, I thought maybe they cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Magic trail by 10. Ross passes to Suggs. Back to Ross. Takes a three. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
Conley against Anthony. To the inside. Right side. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Second personal foul.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Hassan Whiteside at the line for one.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Now here's Anthony. Pass to Suggs. Plays it up off the glass.
This has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Conley the pass to Mitchell. Ross against Ingles. Pass to Whiteside. Conley left side. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Conley against Anthony. Passes it to Bamba. And there's the pass to Ross. Here's Lopez. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Suggs. To the paint. Stolen by Conley. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Whiteside trying to break free. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Suggs. Comes up empty down low.
feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Here's Mitchell. No good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Outside Anthony. Lopez finds Ross. 9 feet out. And that one goes long. Jazz leading by 10. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Good. And it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And Kevin, how about his basketball journey? Taking him from Australia to Spain, then Israel, before finally landing in the NBA at age 27. But Joe Ingles, boy, was well worth the wait.
The New Balance Player of the Game, Michael Conley.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Magic was saying to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Very blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And he grew up playing Australian rules football, and Ingles not afraid to mix it up.
And early in his career, guys would look to attack him one-on-one. But they learned the hard way. He's long, active, and uses anticipation about as well as anybody.
6 to shoot. Anthony kicks to Suggs. Over Mitchell. They get the rebound. Bamba's shot is off. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Pass to Conley. .125 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Near the 3-point line, it's Mitchell. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Jazz lead by 13. Here's Suggs. Good D by Mitchell.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Jazz.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities. And that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, it's always nice to get a win in that first battle. They'll go up 1-0 in the series against the Magic.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions and the outside ended up being from Mike Conley.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Mo Wagner's checked in for Okiki. Wagner comes in for Terrence Ross. Gary Harris is checked in for Suggs. And it's Hampton for Anthony. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Some solid defense from Harris. Driving the lane. Good D by Mitchell. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Rudy. Donovan Mitchell, huge, of course, tonight. How great is it to have him on your side?
It's great. It's great. He's a great teammate. He's a great player, and we're gonna need him if we want to win a championship. So it's a big part of what we do.
And he was big tonight, man. Congrats, you guys.
All right, David. Thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.